I sang for a lot of years in the Council for Yukon First Nations.
Steve
And
Smith
the
beams
Grand
with
Chief said,
pride
hey,
when it comes to talking about his father,
you should just take me
Elijah
home with you.
Smith.
So,
Elijah is best
yeah.
known for his groundbreaking work in
And this
leading
was
land claim and self
always
government agreements
there.
for First Nations in Yukon. Among his many accomplishments, he also served 6 years in World War II.
He was really, really proud of having the uniform and serving the country and going off.
Elijah was born in 1912 in Champaign, Yukon. In 1939, he enfranchised himself so he could enlist in the war.
He saw it as an opportunity to see the world, and he saw it an opportunity to do his part. And I think most veterans did that.
Elijah was trained in heavy equipment operation and was part of the Dieppe raid in northern France. Smith says his father was reluctant to share what he witnessed.
I think this is typical of a Canadian soldier or somebody who fought in the Second World War.
However, he did talk about his positive experiences fighting alongside non-Indigenous soldiers.
Fighting, side by side with other individuals who are not of the same race, um, you know, f- uh, fashioned his outlook when he came home, right?
But when Elijah returned home, he was disenfranchised and dismayed to learn he didn't qualify for the same benefits as other soldiers, like receiving land for farming.
That was kind of like the first initial um, reasons why he was like, okay, well, this is interesting that I'm not really a citizen within my own homeland, right?
Elijah was later elected as chief of the Champaign and Ajax First Nations in the late 1960s and went on to lead several Yukon First Nations organizations. In 1973, he spearheaded a delegation of Yukon First Nations leaders to Ottawa to present Together Today for Our Children Tomorrow to Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau. The meeting marked the beginning of modern land claims negotiations in the territory.
His leadership style I believe, came directly from his experience in the war. He always says that. It gave me a trade, right? And he came back and he ran a little trucking company. A couple of
A
trucks.
former chief himself, Smith says his father is an inspiration.
You try to make this world a better place, and I directly have a responsibility to his sacrifice to ensure that I try to live up to his ideals.
Elijah remained a well-known leader in the Yukon until his death in 1991. Smith says it's important to remember soldiers like his father who put their life on the line.
I'm proud of the fact that he fought in the Second World War. He served his country, um, and he served all of us today.
Sarah Connors, APTN National News, Whitehorse.